Hello, hello. I'm not really sure why this is crooked. Either way, how's everybody doing? I also need to, well, my picture at the bottom is going to get updated here in a minute. Literally at the last 10% of my book. It's really good. I'm really liking it. Let me see where I'm at exactly. Hold on. I'm listening to it. Yeah, I have 28 minutes left. Hey, Allison. Hey, Sam. How's it going? Yeah, I'm on track 10, 19. Yeah. So it's saying I have 27 minutes left, but I listen at 1.4. So I'll be done with that and then I'll switch it over to my next read, which is going to be Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson as part of the Thrills and Chills book club that Dana does. Let me get her YouTube in case you guys want to, or I'll send you the Instagram. I think it's this one. Yep. So if you want to join in on the fun over at her stuff, why it's not letting me chat here, which is annoying. Let me do something else. Hold on. I want to be able to share this with you guys because it's a pretty fun book club that she does. So I'm going to share it. Let me do something else. Hold on. I want to be able to share this with you guys because it's a pretty fun book club that she does. Okay. So I'm going to share it. There we go. So the link is in there now. Let me go back to my OBS. Okay. How has everybody's week been? I have not done nearly as much reading. Let me mute this as I've wanted to do. And the last couple of weeks, sometimes life just gets crazy. So, but I am reading The Tainted Cup. It's the very end, and I really like the story. I appreciate that they kind of it's almost like the way I would describe it is Sherlock Holmes meets fantasy. So it's nice. It's a nice, fun little not little, it's a pretty good book, pretty thick book. It's a fun read. And one of the characters, the Sherlock Holmes character, she's really intelligent and kind of smart, and they almost imply um that she's autistic based on how they describe her towards the end of the book, which I think is kind of cool. And then there's implications of other things, which is cool. So there are at least two books in the series so far. I don't know if there's going to be more. I haven't looked any further into it, but I will be reading the second one for a book club in October. So once I get through that one. But what are you two, or what is everybody reading right now? Anything good? Anything exciting? I know Sam always has something wild. Also, a few other updates. So I said that I was gonna be starting my own book club called the Craft and Crime Book Club. That is officially gonna start on in October. I've picked up my books for those months, and I actually have already started coming up with some fun crafts related to the books. The goal is to make them simple and not too expensive to make. And then there's a lot of freedom to kind of change them to what you need. Oh, okay. Sam is debating between an asexual anthology and a local haunted places nonfiction. So local to you, Sam? Um, so my thought is, and you guys can tell me what you think, for the book club, I was worried about that. There we go. I am going to do reading sprints once a month for the book club. And then I want to do a discussion. But what I would like to do is instead of it being a me streaming and us discussing the like you guys typing and me discussing. I would really like it to be a like open discussion, like a book club type thing. So I was thinking about like scheduling it and then just opening it up to anybody and having it not be on stream. I think that would be probably easier for a lot of people. So I think I'm going to go that route. But what do you guys think? If you have any thoughts on it. I gotta fix this light. It's too harsh. There's a way to adjust it. I just don't know how. I'm trying to think the other thing, which Sam knows about this too. I am working on a readathon for later this year. I stayed up way too late the other day designing everything. Um, I just need to figure out how I want to do it because a lot of the readathons, when they do it, they use Discord. So I would have to create, I think, a brand new Discord for it. Um, so that's I gotta figure that all out. So I just gotta figure it's not gonna be a team event. It's definitely gonna be a bingo board. So we're not gonna have um okay, there we go. So we're not gonna have like the amazing readathon that Brie does. It's gonna be a bingo board. Oh jeez. However, that being said, if you get a bingo, you get an entry into a giveaway. And if you do a blackout board, like the whole thing, you get 5. And then at the end of the month, I'll be giving away a prize. So I'm kind of excited about that too. So I was going to pick the brains of the other YouTuber that has done it before, something kind of similar, and see kind of how they coordinated it. But that's also on my list of things that I'm working on right now, which means I have to make a video in the next couple of weeks to announce that. So working on it. But yeah, I see Sam prefers to be able to discuss in real time. Allison is up for whatever, enjoy chat or actual discussion. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just kind of play it by ear. We'll see. I'm gonna do some brainstorming on it, but I really do think that it's gonna end up being more of a discussion like on Cosme, um, and just do it that way and open it up to anybody who does like viewing. I will also be in the Discord, which if you go up to the top of the chat, there is a link to my Discord if you haven't joined already. There is a channel in there for specifically the Craft and Crime Book Club. So, and then I also have an Instagram, which is just Craft and Crime Book Club. Maple is going crazy. Um, where I'll be sharing more stuff about that. So I'm kind of slowly working on all of that. Um, so definitely, if you want to kind of keep up to date. What? Um, Hi Servasha, how's it going? What are you reading? Also, Allison, did you share what you were reading? Um, so that's kind of where we're at. I'll let you guys know more kind of as I'm going. Just to see like how I'm going to do it all. I just want to make sure that it's the most accessible to everybody. The other thing I wanted to share is I did come up and I'm not sharing it yet, but we are going to do a book exchange next year where you read the book and you do your annotations and all of that. The Wild Weaver. Oh, historical fiction, right? That's what you prefer. What time frame is that one in? Um, where you read a book, you annotate it, and then you send it to the next person, and so on and so forth. I have a name for the book club. I've been working on that, and I've started working on a Google form for people to sign up. It's first going to be offered to virtual silent book club participants because that was where the idea came from. Oh, this is Maple. Fry's not in here. I don't know where he's at. Maple, say hi. Say hi. This is Maple. Hi, baby. Fry will probably come in later. He's been kind of needy, but Maple is just so needy. And I don't know if the mic picks her up, but she is meowing too. Hi. You show everybody your meow? No, you don't need to bite me. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. Romantasy by Julie Johnson. Oh, look at you branching out into something different. So yeah, so that's kind of where everything is. I just saw the orangey face. Yeah, I can see that because her face is pretty orange in the front, on the one side. It's interesting. I don't know if she'll let me show you. No, she won't. One half of it is like kind of. Don't bite me. It's kind of orange, and the other half is like black. So no problem though. You'll know it's Fry. He's big. He's a big boy. Uh, ma'am, could you not? Yeah. Why are you so aggressive? So, but yeah, so that's kind of like all of the updates that have been going on. Let me just get her to stop. She just bit me again. So, that being said, that's kind of what's been going on. The other thing I wanted to say is next week's stream, I'm not streaming on Thursday. I am going to see a Goofy movie with some friends. They're doing like a 30-year showing of it, so I'm going to go see that 30-year anniversary showing. But I will be streaming on Friday night, and I do know that we have a um not to Servasha says I have the champagne letters and 11/22/63 going for my historicals. So I believe I've read the champagne letters and that's very good. I liked that one. So next Friday I'm going to be streaming, but please note it's going to be at an earlier time. I'm going to be starting 30 minutes earlier because we do have a silent book club meeting going on during that time. So I want to make sure that we're sprinting while I'm chatting with you all. So just gonna kind of balance it all out. But I do want to make sure everybody knows I'm not streaming next Thursday. And then I am planning, if anybody is around tomorrow night and wants to hang out, to just hop on Cosme and do some reading sprints. So, and that link will be in the book club's chat. So, yeah. Yeah. So Justin's supposed to be doing some rating for one of his games tomorrow. So I'm going to be available. And since I'm a little bit behind on all my books, I thought this would be a good way for me to keep myself accountable, plus catch up with everybody because I have missed so many of these book clubs lately, and it's not purposeful. It's just I've had things happening. Maple's rubbing up on the camera. That's why it's moving. She's driving me nuts, guys. Stop. Like any other poll. Come here. Thank you. So, that's the general plan. I will remind you guys about next week a little bit later, but so with that being said, let me get us all set up. Let me get this all prepped and ready to go. And then I'm going to go ahead and get our first sprint started. I'm up in the Allison says I'm up in the air for tomorrow, but we'll join in for free. Yeah, no pressure. I just wanted, I want to kind of keep myself accountable and get some reading done. Is really just what it is. And I haven't had a free Friday night in probably 8 weeks, maybe longer. It's been a long time. So I figure it's time. Time to just relax. So, and I don't know how long I'm going to go for, but I figure my Cosme room will work even if I'm not there. So you guys can keep going even if I pop off. Servasha says, I'm enjoying my last few free days. School starts next week. Yeah. Enjoy it. Get all the reading in because the chaos is coming. Maple. Hey, quit chewing on my stuff. Guys, she's being so bad. She's like, you're not paying attention to me. I know you. I see you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get us started on our sprints. So we will reconvene at 8:55. If you need anything, I will be monitoring the chat, but I am gonna be walking around a little because I haven't moved a lot today. Make sure to drink your water and make sure to stretch your body, and I will see you in 45 minutes. Hello. How did that sprint go for everybody? Wow, hold on. Hi, Haley. Thanks for joining. Hey, Aiden, how's it going? I finished the Tainted Cup, so I finished that. I'm getting ready to start Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, which is a mystery thriller. And that is for Dana Reed's or Dana Ella's book club next week, her Thrills and Chills book club. So I have about a week to get it done. Which it's a standard mystery thriller length at about 300 pages. So I also started a load of laundry and folded and put away some clothes. So I did pretty good that sprint. How about everybody else? For those that joined, what are you currently reading? How did your sprint go? How many pages did you get done? Still only on page 78 of Tainted Cup. Well, I think you need to read more of it. Aiden, what are you reading? Anything good? Looks like we have a couple more people. There's like 6 or 7 people in here now, so. Got distracted by tidying and chores, Sam says. Haley says, I'm working on it. Just so you guys know, Haley's one of my friends and we go to the same book clubs. That's why I'm giving her a hard time. Aiden says, I'm just getting back to my hotel after dinner with a colleague and getting settled in. Allison showered and just barely started reading maybe one chapter. Okay. That's right, Aiden. I forgot you were traveling. You'll be coming home tomorrow, right? Aiden's going to be reading. I'm going to be reading How Does That Make You Feel, Magna Eklund by Anna Montag. I don't think I've heard of that one. What genre does that fall under? And Haley, if you're not reading Tainted Cup, what else are you reading? You'll be home to your babies tomorrow. Well, that's good. Maple left. Fry did come in during that sprint and snuggle me, but it was very painful because he's heavy. So, oh, and speaking of Maple, here she comes. Hi, Fry. Just contemporary fiction. A 70-year-old woman loses her best friend and embarks on a road trip. Okay. Oh, and she's a therapist. Interesting. Let me shut the door. Hold on. Trying to get through Tainted Cup, so I'm ready for Sloppy Seconds book club, but I really want to start to just the grounds. Hi, Fry. I'll let him know you say hi, Haley. Anybody else want to share how much they got done? My goal is to get 100 pages in and Not Quite Dead Yet today. That's kind of aggressive. I don't know if I'll get it done by end of sprint. That's my goal. I feel like I have a lot of book clubs kind of coming up back to back, so I've got to I think Labor Day is messing it up. I'll make sure I say hi to him in the voice. Crazy. Maple. Everybody's a little quiet today. That's fine. It's been a long week. I've gotten a lot done at work, which is good, but once you get a lot done, it means you get more. So it's a trade off. Hope this Thrills and Chills book is better than the last one. I know that was my first experience with Riley Sager, and it was not a good one. So we'll see. I have, thanks to Sam, I have at least one other one, two other ones. No, just the one. But I have two now, I think. I know for sure one from Sam. And then I could have swore I bought another. I may have bought another one. But one of the things I'm going to try to do going forward is I'm going to try to read books either through the library or um like audiobook or ebook, and then if I really like the book then I'm going to buy a physical copy of it. You know, Haley, I think that's pretty accurate. So the thing with Riley Sager, I am a huge the particular book that we read. I am a huge Agatha Christie fan, and it felt very much like Murder on the Orient Express. And so it didn't feel very original. And I've had other books that I've read like that before where I felt like the author was taking way too much from other stories. I mean, obviously, there's so many books out there that there's always going to be some sort of overlap, but it felt very much like they didn't put a lot of thought into it, which sounds terrible, but I will say there was a couple things that I didn't figure out towards the end, which was cool, but it eh, wasn't my favorite. Wasn't my least favorite. Wasn't my favorite. So I also wanted to ask, so our local bookstore has Libro.fm. Has anybody signed up for or used that before? It's like an alternate to Audible, and you can do it through your local bookstore and then they get credit for the purchase. So I'm thinking about doing that instead of Audible, but I haven't decided. I want to know what people think about it. And I'm trying to remember they also have ebooks too that you can buy, so I'm trying to figure out that too so that I can buy electronic copies of books from them instead of hard copies for a little bit. So yeah, if you've had any experience with Libro, just let me know. I'm interested in it. That would be great. For those that weren't here at the beginning, I am officially starting a book club in October called Craft and Crime Book Club. It is going to be mystery thriller themed, and I'm going to try to pick newer books, um, and maybe throw in some older ones that are on my list of books to read, so that people can also get them from the library and stuff like that. Um, so that's kind of what's on my list. I'll do one sprint, like reading sprints that is specifically dedicated to that book club. And then I will also do I'm thinking I'm going to do a virtual meeting, so we'll do like a Cosme or something like that. So that's something that's going to be added starting in October. So I'll be announcing the books that I'm picking sometime in September, and then I'll let you guys know the dates for the streams once I have them all planned out. So that is something I'm working on. I'm also working on, and again, apologize to those who are already here, but I'm also working on a readathon for October. It's going to be a bingo. Thank you, Sam, for all of the wonderful ideas. Um, it is going to be in a way that it's supposed to be fun. So there's going to be some non reading prompts because a month is not enough time to read 25 books for most people. A lot of people can read that, but not everybody. Hey, Servasha, you started dinner. Okay. So that is the plan, but my thought is for every bingo that you get, you would get one entry for a giveaway, and then if you black out the whole board, you would get 5. So you could potentially get, and maybe I should do more than 5, but I'm just playing around with it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at for October. So I'm going to try and plan that all out too. So October is going to be a really exciting month, kind of filled with a new book club and with a readathon that I'm going to try to host. So I'm hoping to pick the brains of a couple of my fellow book bookstagram book talk people and see how they run them, but I'll let you guys know as I know more. It's something Halloween is my favorite holiday, followed very closely by Christmas. So I'm hoping that we can get like just have some fun that month. And it's actually a little bit slower schedule wise as of right now. It will get busy, but it's a little slower schedule wise. I'm not gonna be traveling as much. So unless unless there's a reason for me to travel, which as of right now there's not. So so yeah, that's kind of for those that weren't here, that's kind of what's going up. Ending up Sarvasha ended up listening to a little bit of 1122. Cool. 63. Okay. So so yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, spooky bingo. And then I might throw out if anybody gets it done like quickly for whatever reason, then I might do like advanced version, which is a little bit harder prompts. But Sam, I want to kind of talk through that with you and kind of see if it's reasonable to have a more advanced one for a 1 month long thing. So maybe we can talk about that tomorrow if you're able to join um virtual book club or virtual sprints meeting tomorrow. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've already got everything designed for everything. I've been having a blast designing everything and putting it all together. Um, so if you're interested, my Instagram for the Craft and Crime Book Club is just Craft and Crime Book Club. It will be a crime themed book, and then I will try to come up with a simple and relatively inexpensive craft that's themed around each book for you to do. You don't have to do it, it's just optional. But I thought it would be kind of fun to make it kind of fun too. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for joining. How are you doing today? And yeah, Haley PSLs come out in like 2 weeks. So I'm really excited. I don't know if Spooky Plus should breach containment. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm also like, I know, for example, like the Amazing Readathon, she had some people that blew through the prompts like so fast, um, that she ended up having to add more. So I'm like, I don't want to not do it, but I don't know that I want to do a whole bingo board. Maybe I'll make it like if you're able to meet this prompt, you know, and just pick like 5 of them that are a little bit harder to do, because they're more obscure, and then make them worth like 2 points instead of 1. But we'll see. Sam and some of the virtual silent book club girlies, I'm using girlies because I call everybody, but they also, oh, PSL comes out next week starting at Duncan. We've also been playing with an unhinged bingo board, a Christmas themed bingo board, and there was one other one that I was looking at. So, yeah. Haley, if we're both available, we should go get PSLs together the day it comes out. Yeah, I know. The unhinged card, I'm sure we'll get some questions on. That's okay though. Like it's really again, I don't want this to be like super competitive. I just want it to be fun for each individual person, and at the end of it, I think what I'm going to do is do a giveaway to a book, like of a book of your choice, either Kindle, audio or whatever, upwards to $35 is kind of what I'm thinking. Just finished Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, and the ending gutted you. Did it now. I'm just about to start that one, Kristen, so I guess I'll let you know how I do. Aiden says Unhinged is a wild good time. Yeah, it's a very interesting one. So it's just, I think it's going to be fun. I just really want to have fun, and I really want my Craft and Crime book club to just be a fun and safe place for people to hang out. And I really would like it, like when we're doing discussions, like if you're someone who like crochets or knits or cross stitches or whatever, that you bring that with you so we can like share what we're working on too. So Aiden and I are flying through Unhinged, and it's a blast. We'll see. Maybe I need you guys to help me then. If we decide to do like a readathon for that, maybe we could do something and make it like really wild. Yeah, the comments. Yeah, it's a fun Excel sheet. Okay, well, we only have 20 seconds left in the break, so I'm gonna go ahead and transition us over. But please don't forget to drink water and make sure to stretch your legs, because protect your back. And I will see you guys all in 45 minutes. Okay. How did that sprinkle for everybody? Decided to lean back a little. So if you can't hear me well, just let me know. I can adjust where this is at. I did start. Not quite dead yet. This is the cover without the dust jacket. It's pretty cool looking. I'm approximately 35 pages in, so I'm actually making pretty good progress. Um, and Kristen, if you're still here, I'm already making guesses on who did it, but I just know that it's not going to be any of those people. So I'll let you know if I finish it or when I finish it. We'll talk about it maybe next week. How did everybody else do on their sprint? I am liking it so far. Yeah, it's I'm very intrigued by the main character. Sam read 43 pages. Aiden read about 6 pages. Very distracted tonight. You are not at home. That makes a big difference too, I think. I know when I'm not at home, I don't uh, get as much reading done as I normally would. I am hoping I can get this one done this weekend so I can maybe get a little bit ahead. But I like this. This is really cool. The 7 days because she has 7 days to figure it out. Yeah, Aiden, I get that. You miss your kitties and keep checking in on them. Speaking of kitties, let's see if he comes up. Started Smoke and Scar by Gretchen Powell Fox, Romantasy and Going in Blind. This is Fry. Too bad Haley left. She would be screaming right now. He's her favorite. Hey, say hi, buddy. He's my big boy. He is almost 16 pounds. And he's an old guy. Yes, real Fry. Hey, Stone. Yeah, Haley always says, hi, Fry. So during the last sprint, I went and said hi to him for her. But yeah, he's my big boy. Oh yeah, Beacon is currently is sleeping on the couch. Yeah, I'm actually surprised he's in here, but it is almost dinner time. So amazing. I do feel like it's he's just hungry and he's asking for food. So it's not my turn to feed them tonight. Could you maybe not put all your weight on one paw? Thanks. Yeah, he is a sweet boy. He does. I will say the older he gets, the less patient he is. So he gets a little bit cranky about like pet. No, no, you can't have that. Like where he's like petted, so like he doesn't like his tail touched much. Like I can do this right now, but like if he's trying to relax and you try to touch his tail, he'll bite you. Like there's no warning either. This is not a hair tie. He's interested in this. This is it's a little cord wrap. It's not a hair tie. You can't have it. See? It's to keep my cords organized. What is he's such a ham. No, that's mine. That's mine. Thank you. Here, I'll put it in my shirt. Now what? All gone. He definitely is an orange cat. Nothing up here. No thought. Given the opportunity, he would be snuggling too, but because I have the mic in front of me, he won't do it. You gonna try to go up there? Well, this is new. Anybody else want to share what they read or how much they got done? Anybody? Oh, apparently he's gonna take over the break. Come on this side of me. No, like, turn around. Turn around. He is putting on a show. Come here. Come here. It's because he's hungry, Sam. It's literally the only thing. And like when he's mad, he does things that he knows he shouldn't do. Hey, buddy. What? Also made some lavender mint tea. Ooh, that sounds really good. I have some lavender that I went and picked a cup. Well, it's been a month now, but it's some lavender I picked last month. Um, and I'm drying it out right now because I'm gonna pull the seeds and use them to make like teas and stuff like that. I did do a lavender simple syrup in the spring from last year's pick. That was pretty good. So Sam says your tea would sounds like it smells really good, Sam. Aiden. I'm glad that Orange Tabby Fix is doing it. He's such a ham. He's probably going into Justin's office now to ask him for attention slash food. Yeah, so Aiden, it was a like gin fizz, I think is what I made with it. So a lavender, it's lavender simple syrup, which I made um myself, gin, lemon juice, and club soda. I know autocorrect gets me every time. I hate that you can't like change because like a lot of apps now you can like change your response, like edit it. Poor guy is dying of starvation. There's one thing that cat has never done, Sam, and that is starve. He has always had plenty of food. He eats the most out of all three. But the girls tend to eat less. That's pretty standard. Now there's cat hair everywhere. My goodness. Oh. Also, see a drink, take a drink if you haven't had your water. Well, gin fizz sounds good. I played a bit with rosemary simple syrup and fresh grapefruit juice. I've never mixed those together. So I've been wanting to make a rosemary simple syrup, but I would like to grow my own rosemary and then dry it and do the same thing. But I can't really have grapefruit juice because of some of the medications that I'm on. So it's not a flavor profile that I like. So, but I do like rosemary. Oh my gosh, I forgot I put that thing in my shirt. Let me get that out. But I do really like rosemary, so maybe I'll play around with that. Also, I'm laughing. I got my hair cut again today, and she didn't like curl it. She kind of styled it super big, and I just feel like my ends just flip. Yeah, I don't mind the flavor of grapefruit. Honestly, it doesn't mix with my meds. And so in general, I just tell people that I don't like it because it's easier than explaining that I can't really take it because it renders one of my meds ineffective. We kind of need an effective medication. Might smell awesome in a simmer pot. That is one thing, Kristen, I'm so excited about the fall is I love a good fall simmer pot. And I really want to do like a cinnamon, clove and like a bunch of different ones. Like cinnamon, clove, orange, and then I was thinking like maybe pumpkin if I can get it to work. Simmer pot because like pumpkin is Pumpkin spice is like my favorite scent. Yeah. Yeah. So pumpkin spice or pumpkin everything is my favorite. I look forward to fall. I'm definitely as basic as they come. I celebrate the pumpkin spice latte coming out by going to get one. All these different things. So would really like to get to the point where I actually start growing and drying stuff for myself. But I just have this summer was bad. I mean, Sam knows in Canada, with all those fires, how bad our air quality got. And so, like, for me to be outside planting, I can't do that with my asthma. So, if I can work it out, I might. I have a couple um, grow lights that I'm working that I can use. So, I might try to do that this winter and just try and grow stuff, but we'll see. The current Thrills and Chills book club is Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. And the whole premise of this book is like this girl gets attacked and like they hit her skull, and where the way they hit her skull, she only has like 7 days to live because it will build an aneurysm in her brain. And so she has to choose between having a surgery that like she's 10% likely to survive, um and then she, from what I can tell, I mean, based on the description, she's going to try to solve her own murder before she dies. So, and the cover of it looks, which I think this is really cool. I took the dust jacket off. So, this is the cover of it. And then the inside, so this is inside the cover, is brains, which I think is really cool. It's a really cool idea. Kristen says, same, but I'm allergic to ginger, so I'm picky with your PSL. Yeah, that makes sense. You'd have to be really careful with ginger because pumpkin spice can sometimes have ginger in it, depending on how it's made. That makes sense. So, yeah, it's Not Quite Dead Yet. And if you didn't know, Holly Jackson was the one who wrote The Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So that's who this is. And my copy's actually signed. Yeah, the house is in her MRI. I think that's really cool. There's like a shovel and there's like a frog and a pumpkin. There's a few other things. Oh, shoe print. So it's really cool. I think it's a really neat it's a really neat concept. So, usually with mystery thriller, it's not the person who's dead solving their own murder. It's usually someone else solving on their behalf. It's very rare that I've seen books where the person is solving their own murder. The only one that I really remember that was kind of like that is Ask for Andrea by Noelle Ely. Okay. Nice idea. And I have to book on my drive down. I'll be looking for something to listen to on my drive home for tomorrow. Might check this one out. Yeah. I mean, I think I looked it up. It's like a 12-hour listen, Aiden. So it's not too bad of a listen either, especially if you listen like 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 like I do. It will go by pretty quick. Um, was it Blob? Oh, Aiden Sam wants to know if it was Blob. Also, I was looking at my Agatha Christie collection, and if I am correct, I purchased for sure 6 of the books in the Perot series, so I am going to start reading those hopefully this fall as well. So I'm pretty excited. Sam Aiden says no, not Blob. So I was the X Hex is not feeling traditional rom-coms. I get that. Ooh, we have a shadow cat coming too. Hurry, you only got 30 seconds. Come say hi. Come say hi. Come on. There she is. Say hi, everybody. Apparently, all the cats knew that I was on a break. Hi. Sorry you can't see her face, but there's Leela. Hello, tail. She's purring. I wish you guys could hear it, but it just gets distorted by the mic. Anyway, that is the end of our break. We have one more sprint. And then we'll wrap up at the end. So I'll see you guys in 45 minutes. Bye. Hey, bye, Leela. Okay. How did everybody's reading go? Leela is still here. How you doing, girly? I'm just gonna pause that because we're wrapping up. I made it to page 74, so I'm doing pretty good. My list of suspects actually has changed. Just a little bit. So we'll see. Oh, careful, Leela. Don't fall. It's a little slippery. Come here. Okay, bye. Sam got up to page 83, getting sleepy though. Yeah, it's hitting me really bad right now, too. Finished the chapter. I was working on calling that a win and feeling the sleepy vibes. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna try to get to page 100. 10% into mine, and we're still world building and meeting characters. Okay. So you're just really kind of getting started. Um, I will say, Kristen, I think that the mom is really annoying in this book. I don't know if you felt that way, but her mother is just irritating the poo out of me. I don't like parents like that, especially when they treated her like garbage. But I do find it interesting that out of everybody in the family that was attacked, it's her, when it seems like people have issues with the dad and the brother. Oh, I don't like Sophie either. Yeah, no. I I think it's very interesting that Sophie was her best friend and then her brother married her. Like, I think that's interesting. Yeah, the mom is terrible. I don't have a lot of respect for her. I don't have a lot of respect for most of that family. So we'll see. But I am really curious what they're going to find. I'm very fascinating. Sam, oh yeah, I think I saw a couple of your apples and at least one of your bugs. So I'll try to share better. I don't think watering the tree is helping. It's kind of memorizing on the sleepy front. Oh, I see it. Yeah. It makes me sleepy to water and take care of my plants. I need to take care of a couple of them. I've got a string of turtles and it's not doing so hot. I gotta figure that out. Come on. Come up here. Well, don't just shout at me. You can come up here. There we go. Now is there another cat? Come here. She's back, y'all. Yeah. Hi, baby. I scooted the table a little closer and the cats are like, what are you doing? Thank you. Oh, let me do this. See a drink, take a drink. I finished at least one of these today, plus another water bottle, so I'm probably at like 60 ounces for the whole day. Plus, I'll need some to take meds when I go to bed. Hi, Maple. Well, yeah, they are all just up in my business today. I don't know why. We did have someone's like Stone visited last weekend. He was in chat earlier, but when we have company, we put an air mattress in here for people, and so like they were kicked out all weekend, so that's probably why. But I honestly don't know. Spencer, good vibes for the kitties. Yeah, they do this when I work too. If I'm like sitting and working and like on a work call, they're like, "Who are you talking to? Who is that?" They're very nosy, very nosy, aren't ya? Yeah, she's nosy. She's just licking my hand. Soon she's gonna bite it, and then she's gonna get in trouble. Oh, good job, you didn't bite. So, Alrighty. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. I am sleepy and it is 11 o'clock. So I'm trying to stick to a better routine. The goal is always for sprints to run from 8 to 11 to 11:15. So I'll go ahead and end it there. Thank you again, as always, for spending your evening with me. I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And I look forward to seeing you all next Friday. So, friendly reminder, my stream is next Friday and not Thursday, and it's at 7:30 instead of 8. So just keep that in mind if you are going to join next week. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget to drink your water, take care of your body, and take care of your mind. And I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.